Perhaps some of our viewers don't fully understand, so I'd like for you to break it down. When the IDF deals with these tunnels, obviously we've got some of the released hostages saying, do not enter the tunnels, they're traps, you can't flood them out, we can surely bomb them from the air once we know that they're sort of clear. But also the IDF obviously deals from an operational and a tactical front with entering these tunnels. What exactly, from a step-by-step or a play-by-play analysis here, how do they enter these tunnels? What is it that they do in order to make sure that no one's in them and then to dismantle them?
So first of all, you have to detect the tunnels. Where are they? Then you have to see how many entrances lead to those tunnels, because in some cases you could bury alive those who are in the tunnel by blocking all the entrances or by injecting some gas into the tunnel. But for that, you need to be sure that you know where all the entrances are, which is very difficult because we've seen all kinds of hidden places in a kid's room or somewhere in a mosque. It's very difficult to find them. Then there is, of course, the no of like avoiding as much as you can the physical entry of soldiers inside the tunnel, where awaits them all kinds of traps, booby traps, and even ambushes by armed terrorists, extremely dangerous. And we've had casualties at the very entrance of the tunnels even before people went in. Hence the use of dogs with cameras on them. You send a dog with a camera to look at what's going on. There are even mini drones that are being used. There are many technological ways to tackle the tunnel problem. Today, the real obstacle is if we do not have an intel that guarantees us 100% there's no hostages held in a tunnel, we will not do anything. We will stay there. We will just guard the entrances that we know of to that tunnel. On the contrary, with operational tactical tunnels that we know are only used by armed terrorists, there are not places to hold hostages. There is just to fight, retreat, and fight. Then we can destroy the tunnel. There are many different ways. Some of them are classified. Some of them are known, like this famous gel that you pour at the entrance and that slowly flows into the tunnel. Then you light it up, and the whole tunnel will just burn. For that, you need an air vent on the other side that will help the conflagration, and that's one of the now from the air and by artillery. Most of tunnels today are not destroyable. You can't destroy them. They're too deep underground. Some of them you can pound with artillery in the hope that you create a kind of an earthquake and then the tunnel crumbles down. But really most tunnels are deep enough not to be reachable by an airstrike. So it only leaves the technological aspect. As I said, the main progress that has been done since protective border is the detection. We are much better at detecting through seismic measurements, thermic measurements, all kinds of sensors to detect where the tunnels are. Unfortunately, the intel wasn't 100% on that. I think we are all surprised by the extent of this underground city and the fact that it is a double war, a war above ground and then a war underground. And unfortunately, this war underground will last for a long time and will enable the Hamas to stay alive a long time, which wouldn't have been the case if it was just above ground. And that's why I come back to the saying, we have to now think of some kind of escape route politically for the Hamas leaders. Sinwar should be offered some kind of faith-saving political future just to lay down their weapons. The only solution now to this conflict is finding a way that the Hamas understands it's interest to lay down their weapons. They have lost Gaza. They will never have Gaza back. We will not let that happen. But they can operate somewhere else in the world.